man, on a day like Sunday, bro, like we supposed to be watching football. You know what I'm saying? Today is really Bears Packers Day. But the Bears ain't come through, ain't making nobody happy. But it's one team that came through. They brought a chip to add another chip, not the Bulls, Blackhawks, not the Cubs. Yeah, not the Cubs. Gee, the Chicago Sky just won a WNBA championship.
First time.
Yes, sir, my brothers. How y'all feel about that, man? Ladies, man, let's get a lady some love. Shout out to the ladies. Man, they won a WNBA championship, brought one home to the land. Free game pod. Y'all know how we rock. Fellas, let's just talk about it, man. WNBA championships, man. Champions of the 2021 season are your Chicago Sky to a score of 80-74, clinching the series 3-1 against the legend Diana Taurasi and the Phoenix Mercury. Go crazy. How y'all feel about that?
I've been saying this for at least like 2 weeks, man. It's a great time being a Chicago fan. It's very great. Like we talk about, even, you know, with the Bears having they little show today that didn't, you know, Rogers kind of upset. But we'll get on that on another episode or whatever. But just having, you know, Chicago with the Sox, even though they just got eliminated, but it's good to see them, you know, get as far as winning their division and then also being top of the standings. The Sox, the Bears with the with Justin Fields.
The future, you got a future with a quarterback, a very talented quarterback, the future,
Right, the Bears, they defense. The Bulls, how they've been looking in the preseason, it's just like a fun team. It's like
maneuvering through the off season, picking people up.
Go, you know, DeRozan and Zach and Vucevic, and hopefully you'll hold it down during the season. And then finally just capping off with our women, man, like you said, Chuck, seeing Candace Parker come back to her home and be able to get a chip is very, very great for the city, man. This is great for the city. This is bringing life to Chicago, man. We've been losing for a minute on some of our sports team, but it's been great to see, you know, her and the Sky going ahead and clinch this chip. First WNBA chip for the Sky.
Franchise history.
Yeah.
Franchise history. Yeah. Keys, I've been seeing that you know, on your social media, man, you can get a Sky love. You know what I'm saying? You got close friends that root for the Sky, that's really into the WNBA. Really close women in your life that really follow basketball from what I know and what I see. And you're an advocate on, you know, the world just supporting WNBA, man. You know, they get a lot of slack for being the boring basketball, but it's like, this is the first time. Let's keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Y'all were just here in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We were just watching, you know, tuning in and watching a little bit of WNBA, but I can't flex. This is the first playoff series I've watched for WNBA in a long time. Long time. I'm talking about LA Spark days when Candace was on that team. I'm talking about LA Spark days when Lisa Leslie and, you know, when Cheryl Swoops was hooping and Tamika Catchings was hooping. Catchings was hooping. You know what I'm saying? This is a long time ago. Now I'm back into the sport. We see the CP3s. We see the Jay Crowders and the D Books, and we see all these high-profile players come into the games. Keith, tell us how you feel about finally seeing the women's WNBA the sport of basketball for women take that elevation, especially in a city like Chicago, where we hoist a lot of championships. The Bulls got this many. The Blackhawks got a ton too. Cubs just won not too long ago. Sox won in 2005. Bears ain't won since 85, but we ain't got to get into that. you tell us how you feel about the WNBA champs. WNBA champs.
Yes, sir. I feel great. Like I'm definitely supportive of the excellence, like the whole excellence of that team. Only because it's like the WNBA has been they've been underpaid, not looked at for years, and now they finally get that. Like this year, 2021, they finally getting their recognition. You know, they got Candace Parker on her own cover, a 2K. Mm-hmm. You feel me? They got what my players where you can create a woman player. You can create a woman player. Like they literally taking the WNBA to the next level. And as they go into that next level, it's good to see that Candace Parker is right on top of that. You feel me? It's good to see that she finally got the championship that she deserves, that she worked so hard for, and it's against somebody great like Diana. Like Diana, she was just voted greatest of all time in the WNBA.
I mean, Diana Taurasi is, I've always said, that's Lady Mama.
She was just voted last week. Greatest of all time, greatest WNBA player of all time.
That's major.
Jumper out of this world, pure jumper. So it's like to get a win against somebody like that, like that's a tough. Not
even just her though, because they got Brittany Griner and then Skylar Diggins-Smith as well, like both demons. You know, they both showed out.
So so to get that type of win against that type of team, like you know the Chicago Sky gave it they all. They put it all on the floor. That's what I'm saying. Like it was definitely fun to watch. And then it was like to see that it's fourth quarter, and I'm thinking like, oh, this is gonna be tough. I'm watching it. They was down like 8 points. You feel me? Fourth quarter. You feel me? And towards the end, they literally came back and won. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm thinking they're gonna go to another game, but they like, nah, we closing this out today. Like they literally closed it out. You feel me? So it was like to see the emotions. You feel me? That the WNBA is getting, that Candace Parker is getting, that the Sky is getting. This is a blessing.
And to do it at home, you know what I'm saying? To do it at home, man, that's the fortitude of a champion. I mean, yes, it's a bittersweet thing to win on the road, to see that opposing fans got to eat that salt, to see that confetti rain down on the opposing fans' court. You know what I'm saying? That's a little different, but to do it at home to where your fans can appreciate, to where now when you do the parade, you ain't gotta fly back home and wait.
You going right outside.
As soon as we get off this, y'all need to be going out and kicking it. It's gonna be litty as a, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too Cardi B-ish, but it's about to be litty as some, like it's gonna be those, So, but let's get to some stats real quick. Brittany Griner had 28, and she been killing this series, man. Show she was force in the paint.
Low-key ain't had no answer. No answer for her.
I agree with that. No answer.
I will say one thing though. They did make her work. Yeah. They did make her work, because as I was watching last game, like it was like a group effort and not letting her get into her spots. And that's major, because even in the NBA, you're gonna have that one guy or one woman that's just always, you just can't do nothing about. But as long as they see a hand in their face, you giving them some contact, some push, making it sure it's not too easy. Because that 28 could have easily been like 30, 35 though. So it was good that they.
And let's talk about the hand in the face real quick. Let's talk about that. Let's RIP to our boy. You see the back of my boy Maya. His background, Kobe Bryant. You see in the back of mine too. That's how we rock, man. We got 2, 4, we got 8. That was one thing that most players tried to do to Kobe Bryant, and he said it worked. Like the Tony Allens, putting their hand in the face, because you can't really contest certain people when they get so high and they release, or if they get so high and they peak of their shot. But that's just me saying that, to really do good against the greats, that's a key. And they worked on Kobe Bryant a few times. It's putting a hand on the face, getting physical, getting chippy on the block. You know what I'm saying? When they not having the ball, getting a little physical with them. And that's what I like to see out the Sky. They were just tough. They were tough. They were gritty. And honestly, Candace Parker is the reason why they gritty, man. I feel like her coming there and changing the culture of Chicago Sky basketball is pretty evident. So let's just jump into it. 16 points from Candace Parker, 13 rebounds, so double-double in a clinching game, 5 assists, 4 steals. Give me that, man. 4 steals. Yeah, clamps on Hall of Fame, but she wasn't Finals MVP.
And
why you tell us who was Finals MVP?
But before I even tell you that,
okay.
Candace was 2020 Defensive Player of the Year last year too. So that means she got it into the clamp down.
Clamp God.
Yeah. But saying who's the final MVP was Kalia Copper, man. She showed out the whole series. She was doing a thing. I was looking at her again. the whole series. Like she did one move, it was just like she did a spin move and then like a reverse
Smooth,
layup and one. I'm
silky,
like,
dirty, dirty.
different. She's different.
Built different.
Different. So
like I'm not trying to guard Shorty. I'm good on that.
Right.
She can have it.
Right.
I ain't trying to.
So she did her thing, man. She she got Finals MVP, and then it's just been a good year for her as well. I know in 2020 she averaged about 31 minutes a game, and then that was like second in like the WNBA. But then also just like
Okay.
a career high 37, and then yeah, she just made a mark last year, and then this year she like took it to the next level and just being like that number one option almost is just like for the Sky to just be able to take over and just do her thing, man. So she it's like it's her 5th year too. She came from Rutgers University, and she 6'1".
Okay.
Small forward doing her thing, man. Like shifty. Like I said, I one more I saw was crazy, man. So she was doing her thing.
And I think when we talk about basketball nowadays, man, it's 2021, man. It's not the era of a 1-2 punch. This is the era of a big three. And we talk about Kalia, we talk about Candace, but we can't forget about Allie Quigley. We cannot, because at the end of the day, she led the Sky in scoring tonight. 26 points, you know what I'm saying? 5 rebounds at the guard position, getting it bussing, led the Sky in scoring. I really feel like this team has an opportunity to continue to build. I don't know because of how much I have been ignorant to watching the WNBA. You get what I'm saying? How ignorant I've been to that. But the fact that we get a young team, an experienced team, now that they went deep into the playoffs and won a WNBA championship, this is good for Chicago fans to root for the future. This is good for marketing. You know what I'm saying? They got to sell seats. Jersey sales going to go up. You know how many of my closest friends have bought jerseys at the Chicago Sky? Shit, hell, I'm going to buy my lady a Candace Parker jersey just for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the fact that we get all this stuff going and now we have another champion with the Chicago Sky is probably the dopest thing ever. But again, you listening to Free Game Pod. We back. Small cast.
Small.
We ain't need nothing. We ain't nothing too big. You know what I'm saying? We got my boy Maya. We got my boy Keith, man. And your boy right here, Chuck, man. Keep it real simple. We talk about big threes before. When I was just talking about big threes, here go your big three right here. We talking a little bit of hoops. And the reason why we talking hoops is not just because of the Sky. And I don't want to just push away from the Sky so fast. But we got limited time. Producers going to be in our ear telling us to wrap it up, and we ain't got time for it. But NBA kickoff in 2 days. My boys play in 2 days. I got to jump right into it. The NBA season is here, fellas. I was telling my lady earlier on this beautiful Sweetest Day weekend. I said, this is my favorite time of the year. We got football in the midst. We like a third into the football season. NBA finna kick off. I don't know about you fellas. I'm only a baseball purist when it's playoff time, but we in playoff time of baseball. You get what I'm saying? So and then college football is in that, all right, we in that 6, 7, 8 game span now. We know real soon we finna get to these conference championships and then we're gonna start looking into these rankings. This is the most beautiful time of the year. The heat is simmering down outside across the nation. It's hoodie weather. Throw your hoodies on. You know what I'm saying? Fellas, the NBA is here. Please let our listeners know, where is your excitement level about the NBA coming back in 2 days?
And honestly, it's up there for me. I'm really excited. I mean, the guy I always look forward to for like the past maybe two seasons is John Morant. You feel me? I always been looking forward to him.
There we go.
I've been looking forward to my boy. Been playing with him on 2K.
I've seen that. You came here and played with him too.
Hey,
I did see that.
It's cold. Just like in real life, he cold on 2K. So they got that man right. Clutch shots and everything. Dunking up, man. Look, I'm definitely supporting John Morant, Steven Adams, the whole Grizzlies team. But I gotta bring it back to my hometown, Chicago Bulls. I don't think they lost in the preseason.
Okay.
I think they won every game in the preseason. In part, they go be a fan favorite. Coming this season. They playing well. They playing super well. The chemistry is good. Everybody's touching the ball. Everybody's getting in their own zone, getting comfortable with themselves. I definitely want to buy some Bulls tickets and go see a Bulls game to support that. And I remember we had a one podcast. I think we had them ranked fifth or sixth in the conference. They may get a little bit higher. They may get a little bit higher this year, knowing that they moving like this. I mean, I'm thinking they'll probably be top 3, man. They got to be top 3. Right next to, I would say what the Bucks, the Nets.
Top 3.
But so let's dive into it. Let's talk because we keep throwing these 3 analogies. We talked about the big 3 when it comes to the Chicago Sky. We talking the big 3 here at the free game pie. You know what I'm saying? We talking all these. I'm top 3, but I'm not 2. Whatever you want to say it. I don't know. You know who rapped that. I'm gonna let you know who said that when he said it, but we ain't gonna get into that. But let's talk rankings. Let's talk rankings real quick. And I'm gonna just go to some odds. I like to have facts behind stuff. ESPN power rankings, Vegas power rankings, it's unanimous. The Vegas and ESPN Bleacher Report, the Brooklyn Nets are the favorites to win the NBA championship this upcoming season, and rightfully so. And let's keep. That might have changed, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. We still gonna talk about it, and I know it still hurts, Maya. I see the KD jersey tucked in the corner. I ain't trying to open up no scars. I ain't trying to reopen no wounds. But your boy was this close. You know what I'm saying? He was this close to putting the defending NBA champions, the Milwaukee Bucks, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, the man, out. But he didn't. But they still got them ranked number 1 over, like we said, the Milwaukee Bucks. Next on the list will be the Milwaukee Bucks. They're ranked 2 in majority of the power rankings to repeat as NBA champions. Los Angeles Lakers being the 3rd one. And we can go down the list. But before we get to that, let's comment on the Chicago Bulls. So we talk Chicago Sky. Let's talk Chicago Bulls. You're absolutely right, Keith. In the preseason, the Bulls were blowing people out. It wasn't close. It has not been close. They look in sync. Zoe looks smart and comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Zach looked like he's ready to take that next step into becoming, the man. The man. I don't know if y'all realize the man ditched Adidas. He didn't change his whole endorsement deal. The man ditched Adidas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're at a point where the Bulls seem like with the youth they have, you got Lonzo, you got Zach, you got a wily, very experienced, tough vet in DeMar DeRozan. You get what I'm saying? You got Vooch. You got a bunch of other key players. And then honestly, I'm gonna miss my boy Alex Caruso. They got him on the team showing out, doing dunks, fast break dunks, up and unders, headband looking smooth with the LeBron lining. Like the team looks well and ready to get it going for C-Red Nation. The Madhouse on Madison is gonna be crazy this year. When I visit home Chicago, I would love to hit a game with my fellas, my fellow free game hosts. I'm excited. And the reason why I'm excited is everything that you named. But Keith, I'm not as excited as you. I don't see them finishing top 4 in the East, man. Because when you think about it, you have to win your division. And are they going to win more games than the Milwaukee Bucks? No. It's just not going to happen. They don't have that player that's going to give them 30, 12, and 10 a night if he had to. We've seen Giannis give you 36 and 14 and not break a sweat. I see them finishing 5th.
Hey, you seen it? Hey, did y'all see this nigga Giannis, bro? This nigga pulling up like he.
Foles got a jumper, folks.
Uncle Durant.
3, yeah. Onto like, Greek, the Greek Durant.
Right, like this man, like I don't know what he been through, bro. This joint looks smooth, like just pulling up, like it's effortless now. And it's like if he's really coming to the season like that.
The Bulls have no chance of winning that division. They will not finish top 4.
It's not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen even if he's not shooting like that. But if he's really shooting like that, that's crazy. But you can carry back on. I just have to put that out. That's crazy.
But let's get to it. Let's get to it. So my opinion to rebuttal against Keith again is to just say, I just feel Milwaukee will win that division. That's a central division. It's a very tough division. It's always been a tough division. And that Central Division is typically what it's Milwaukee, Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit. I'm missing one. Indiana. Indiana, right? Yeah, Indiana. That's the 5 teams in the Central Division. I just see the Milwaukee Bucks continuing to either have a 1 or 2 top standing and ranking in the NBA. Not just the East, but in the NBA. Because the Bucks, they just do really well in the season and just get out and dominate really, really early. Maya, what do you think and what do you sit on where the Bulls finishing? What are your expectations and aspirations for the team this year?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with 5th or 6th, man. Like you said, they're not gonna be a top of their division unless like Giannis and Drew and them get injured. Chris and them get injured, and you'll have a chance. But they look fun and exciting. But like you said, like it's levels because Bulls they don't have that one guy who's a Finals MVP. They don't have that one guy who's an MVP. They don't got that guy who's a Defensive Player of the Year. And Giannis is gonna make like he's at a point now where he's ready to take his crown to be the best player in the league. I think KD and LeBron still have something to say about that, but yeah, but he's ready to take that next step into like ultra superstardom where all his other peers are at. So I stay by it, like 5th and 6th. Maybe the Hawks will be above them, maybe not. But I think they're gonna put on a show, man. They're gonna be a fun, fast-paced team, and then having DeRozan and Zach to close it out is major. And then also Vooch as well to just kind of slow it down on the half-court setting. So I stick by that.
Okay. And most rankings, ESPN, Bleach Report, Vegas odds have them ranked pre-season, before the season, I'm not saying pre-season, but before the season even starts. Most of these rankings are updated, but the most solid ones that's dating back before the preseason started, with all the free agency rankings and the trades and all of the drafting, they have the Bulls sitting as the 18th to the 21st best team in the NBA. Which, if you say that, then that kind of leaves them out of the playoffs, which is kind of weird to me. Has them at 20. Bleacher Report has them at 19. Vegas has them at, and again, sorry, I'm not on time. Vegas has them at 20. No, Vegas has them at 18. So between about the 17 and 21 range, when you add up all of the sources and all of the rankings before the season, why are the critics sleeping on the Bulls so much? we see the acquisitions they have acquired. We see what they have done. We see everything that they have done to just put themselves in a position for postseason success. But right now, Power Rankings got them out of the playoffs. Why do y'all think that?
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. ESPN and these guys always got some hot takes to put out.
Stupid takes.
Yeah, so I don't think there's no way they're gonna be far below 6 in my opinion, because the East, it's a very competitive conference after that top 5. Really.
So can you give us your top 4? Keith, you give us out your top 4. I'll give us mine to see if we in some type of cohesion, see if we in the same type of lane. What are our top 4 in the East right now?
Okay. Well, top 4, with Kyrie being out, I think the first seed is really up for grabs in my opinion. So okay. I think it's either gonna be between the Bucks or the Nets. So you can say they tied.
That's cool.
Third will probably be the Heat. I think
So new addition Kyle Lowry, Jimmy, after having what some people say a disappointing season after making the finals the year before. He probably gets together. Bam, out of the bio was amazing to me. And they added PJ Tucker as well. Yeah. So they got a good core. So okay, cool. So that's 3.
And then 4th is probably gonna be between the Bulls or Philly. With Ben coming back and actually saying, "Look, I need this check, dog. I'm finna pull up." So it's but it's still like your teammate. Like, do your teammates still believe in you? Do they still fuck with you? Do they really still want to go to war with you after all that just went on, which is kind of, on both sides. It's on Ben's side and the 76ers side. But, just as a teammate, you just look back like, man, this man really then pulls, just showed his ass this offseason, man.
He light skinned, fo. What you mean?
And even like the players, they try to reconcile with him and things like that. He was basically like, "No, man, forget y'all." So it's just like, how are his teammates gonna play with him? Or how is that chemistry gonna be? Is Joel just gonna bring everybody together? Is Doc gonna bring everybody together, or is this they gonna be a shit show?
And that's something we gonna follow all season on Free Game Pod, man. We gonna see if the city of brotherly love, is it really that much love there? You know what I'm saying? Is there really that much love amongst those brothers that play for the Sixers? Because one thing about Ben, if we want to use this connotation of hyper light-skinned sensitive guy, let's just use it. We ain't against using it. I ain't. If I'm offending you, hit me in the comments. I'll bake your ass there too. It ain't gonna bother me. But we're gonna talk about our alpha, another alpha in Joel, who has never gave a shit. Since he has entered the league, he has never cared. It's been JoJo's world, and you just live in it. I don't know, but I agree with you. And Keith, I didn't forget about you. I'm gonna just run mine down real quick, and then we'll go to you. Because you got the hottest take, because you got the Bulls in the top 4. So you got the hottest take out of anybody. I mean, you got them over
top 3.
Greek Freak. You got them over Greek Freak. That's what you got. So I'm with you. I'm gonna say, for continuity reasons, Bucks 1. Next 2. I don't care if Kyrie doesn't play. And we're going to talk about that later on in another show as we dig deeper into it, probably more than likely next week. On next week's show or the week after, we'll let the NBA season roll in and see what plays out with this vaccination with him. Is he going to play? Is he committed? What's going to happen? You get what I'm saying? We're going to dive into that later. But I still think no matter what, even if it's no Kyrie, you still got Kevin 7 Durant and James Strip Club, Honey Barbecue, Lemon Pepper Wing, Lil Baby is my best friend, Harden. They gonna do their thing. Honey Bun. With the Honey Bun, Harden. And then, honestly, bro, I got the Sixers, man. I've been saying, I said that even if Ben didn't play, I just think that team is still built well. I still like Tobias Harris, man. I still like Seth Curry. I still like JoJo. I like that whole nucleus of that team. I still like the Danny Greens, and I still like the Thibels on the team, and they just got a lot of good pieces. But you finna get back a two-way player in Ben, a depoy in Ben, a lockup in Ben, and then that 4th seed. I hate giving them props, man. And if you know me and you know basketball, it's sacrilegious to give a team like this props, especially when you're a fan of the opposing team. But the Boston Celtics, I see the Boston Celtics getting themselves together. Jaylen Brown coming off injury. He going to be back. JT is JT. JT is JT. He going to do his thing. And Dennis, lose your bag, Schroeder. Schroeder. Toaster Strudel, whatever you want to call them. I think the man going to have a point to prove. I see them being the top 4. So, again, Milwaukee.
Ooh, Celtics top 4.
Nets. Sixers. And possibly either the Celtics or I stay here now. I ain't got no choice but to Ice Trey. I gotta build some type of fandom here. If it's not gonna be them at 4, I'm gonna have the Atlanta Hawks at number 4. That's my top 4. Keys, holler at us and let us know what's your top 4 in the East.
My top 4 in the East. I'm gonna give it to the Bucks at number 1. Like Bucks, like y'all said, like Giannis developing a jumper. That's at that point he ain't got no weakness. Like he can't really be stopped once he got a jumper. Like he can do everything. He can.
NBA 2K21 demigod, 120 badges.
Because like at that point, you literally like you competing with Kevin Durant to be the top player in the NBA. You literally are competing neck and neck with this man. Now that you got a jumper and you shooting free throws now, like he was winning off of free throws in the finals.
Okay.
He was winning off free throws in the finals. That's something that they said he can't do. So I mean, I got him at number 1. If the Bucks stay healthy, I got him at number one. Of course, number two, I got the Nets. I play with Kyrie in and out. I still got the Nets. Because they still a good team. They still got Joe Harris on there. They still got Blake. You feel me? They got a good core. You feel me? On like bench, like they second string bench and stuff like that, still pretty good. So I'm gonna go with them. Third, I'm gonna say the Bulls for me. I say the Bulls because the Bulls, like, it's even though they don't have no like they go to like let's close it out type player, like take over ball player, they got a chemistry on the team, and I like the team better. I like team chemistry better than just having that one go-to guy, because the one go-to guy, that's very predictable. Like, okay, they finna give it to so-and-so. But
right.
Since you got a handful of players that can take the ball, and okay, we either go take it to the hole and dunk it, or you got some shooters. You got Caruso who can shoot the ball for a clutch shot. Okay. DeMar, you feel me? Zach LaVine, you feel me? That confuses a lot of people on who they're gonna go for like a go-ahead bucket. So I'm gonna put the Bulls up there too, and they got a decent bench coming off. You got Kobe White coming off the bench too. So I like this. I like the Bulls at the 3, and then for the 4, I'm gonna go with the Heat. I like Duncan Robinson on 2K. I like him in the Heat. I like Tyler Hero. Well, Tyler Hero still I feel like he got a little bit more to prove for himself. I haven't heard much from Tyler Hero since the bubble. Like, since he had that one little run, but I think he ready to prove himself this year. You feel me? Take the Heat back to the next level.
Y'all saw what the boy said. He said, "Man, I need to be mentioning the likes of the Luka Doncic's and the Jason Tatum's and man, if you don't sit your ass down and go make another track with Jack Harlow and shut up, you don't need to be. You can't be compared to them niggas, man.
I'm with Keith though.
He fighting for it.
Yeah, talk to me, Mike. When you with Keith, I'm listening. Talk to me.
I think Tyler Hero is due for a big season, man. Especially how he's performing. how he's performing in the finals, though, man. He's showing his ass, man. He like, man, look, I'm here, and y'all gonna respect my name. So Tyler Hero, let's see. I want to see him make that stride, man. It's his 3rd year. I don't think he should be mentioned with those names he said, but that's the confidence. Like, you gotta have that confidence.
Yeah, you gotta have that swag about you. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's just a whole different story what he was saying. But yeah, he's got to be that guy, come off the bench or whatever they have him at. He's got to be that spark plug to be able to just go and just be that man for them, or whether it's off the bench. He's probably gonna be off the bench.
Off the bench, yeah, because what we say, gonna say Fat Laurie at 1, Duncan at 2, Jimmy at 3. Do they start PG at the 4 and go Bam at the 5?
Yeah, I think so. I think Bam, he's, even with him being undersized, he's a very great center.
I think he's one of the best. Yeah, I'm with that.
He's
I think top 3 center to me.
Yeah, so like you say, he's gonna be 6-man. He might be going to 6-man of the year or something like that. Okay. But he's gotta take that. He's gotta own that. Like him saying like, you gotta mention me with Trae Young and Luka and them like that. It kind of sends you other vibes, because it's like which is understandable. You want to be that guy, but it's also like, bro,
you ain't even starting.
Right. You gotta look on your
Those
team.
Niggas are starting.
Right. You gotta look on your team. You got other killer niggas. Like, be your own man. Like, like, I'm gonna make it out the mud on my own. But
do what you good at. You know what I'm saying? Don't you y'all both made valid points. We can't expect Tyler Hero to beat him, because he's not about to get 30 shots like Luka, the Don Luka, and exactly. Ice Trae get 30 a game. Ain't nobody else gonna tell them they can't take 30 shots a game.
Exactly.
What? Those two are the pivot. They are the cornerstone pieces of both of those franchises, being the Atlanta Hawks and the Dallas Mavericks. Everybody else on both of those teams are expendable by Ice Trae and Don Luka. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else is expendable. But I agree with y'all. Tyler Hero has to come into his own, but not only come into his own who he is, and just be cool with it. So if you come off the bench and you average 18 a game, bro, that's clutch.
That's
average
great.
18 a game, and then in that death lineup, basically basketball terms, death lineup meaning that clutch crunch time lineup, when you in the last X amount of possessions of the game, last X amount of minutes in the game, you got a certain lineup, and he needs to be in that. So if that means that they pull PJ out because he's a liability on offense to bring more offense in, or if they move Duncan out because he's a little smaller than Tyler Hero, and you could put Jimmy at the 2 or Tyler at the 2. You know what I'm saying? But it's possibilities, and he just needs to show that. So let's move it on because again, producers are in our ear. We're doing 2 back-to-back shows today, so we gotta be on top of it because we're gonna talk about some fantasy football too. We got to get to that. That's gonna be in our next show. Let's move it over to the best conference, which is always the West. I'm gonna always feel that way. I don't care if I'm from Chicago. The West is the best. I'm gonna always feel that way. And my Los Angeles Lakers acquired some of the craziest pieces this offseason. Some of the craziest pieces of this offseason. Bron changes number to 6. 6 God is back. Russell Westbrook is there. Maya got a lot to say about that. Melo is there. And then not even just Melo, you get the DeAndre Jordan's there. You get the White back. AD, can he be healthy this year? But they got another Simeon Career Academy alum in Kendrick Nunn to pair it with Talon, Horton Tucker. Fellas, I'm very excited about the Los Angeles Lakers.
They got Rondo.
They got Rondo back. And we know what playoff Rondo is. So it's like I want to talk about the West. I want to talk about the top 4 in the West. But before we talk about the top 4 in the West, obviously my excitement is crazy. I love my Los Angeles Lakers because I've been a diehard fan for a very, very, very long time, man. Very long time. And I'm excited. But fellas, I want to get your opinions on the new Lakers this upcoming season when they kick the season off in 2 days.
Old men. No country for old men, but nah though, man. The Lakers, it's a great team. I can't even flex. On paper, it's a great team.
I like that. Yeah, on paper.
On paper, it's a great team. You got Russell, Wayne Ellington, Bron, AD, Dwight, possible, starting lineup. And then, like you said, off the bench, Kendrick Nunn, THT, Rondo, DeAndre. It's stacked, bro. I'm probably missing a lot more names. Like you can tell Bron was talking to Rob Pelinka like, I need him. And it's just, it's similar to that bubble team. But also, like, they did it in the right way as well, like they did the bubble. Like, Bron and Westbrook have shooters. So, of course, I'm thinking they're going to put LeBron on load management this season just because he's up there in age now. Like, you got to. Like, Bron, you about to be 37. You don't need to be playing 82 games right now.
You don't need to be bringing the ball up every time. Yep.
Right. Let Russell do that. So that's when the broken gun comes in and do his thing, man, Russell Westbrook. So we're gonna see. It's really just on. We're gonna see also like can Russell coincide with some of the best stars he possibly has played with besides KD and Harden.
No, you're absolutely right. No, you're right.
So if he can't coincide with Bron and AD,
I know you're ready. You ready for the Russ slander? I know you are. You're gonna have it ready. You're gonna have it loaded up.
You gotta look at him in the preseason, man. The man's averaging 2 points
and 8
not
turnovers.
Even that. Yeah, he had like 15 turnovers.
But he said he don't give a damn about that. It's preseason.
I'm right with him. So you get a pass on that. He said, ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. Like it's preseason, so I mess with it, man. But
I mean, give us a little taste of what you got so called. You feel me? Like don't show us 15 turnovers. You feel me? Like don't show us that you getting 2 points. You feel me? You going 1 for 18. Don't give it to us like that. Like you still a real top. If you a top point guard, you a 2-time MVP.
One-time MVP. One-time MVP. 4-time triple-double.
Triple-double. He averaged a triple-doubles
2, 3, 4 years in a row. Yeah. I'm with you.
But you giving us 15 turnovers. So like, nah, you can't give it to us like that, bro.
One thing I'm never gonna question with Russell Westbrook is passion and energy and effort.
Right.
Never. I'm never gonna question that. And the last thing that I'm not gonna question him being is an athlete. He's an athlete. He's a mega athlete, man. The man is torn many of them meniscus and ACLs, and he's still out here getting it busted. Like if Derrick Rose could have had Russell Westbrook knees, the man will be Hall of Fame player, no doubt, which I still think he's a Hall of Fame player, in my opinion. But that's just, I got Chicago bias, I got Simeon bias, whatever. We can say what we want to say. But Russell is those 3 to 4 things I named. He's hustle, he's effort, he's gonna go wall to wall, he's an athlete. And I just don't question when the lights are bright and when it's time to hoop, he gonna hoop. Now I'm not gonna, like, I'm with you. Can he coexist with LeBron James and Anthony Davis? Is he going to be smarter to know that I don't have to take these shots? I can kick it out to these other players, or I can go to the bucket knowing that I got big men to rebound. Whatever you want to say, we're going to see. But again, we're going to push it right along. Fellas, what are your top 4? And we're going to start with Keith. Your top 4 teams in the West. What are your expectations for the West, and who will be the top 4 when it's all said and done leading into the playoffs?
Top 4 in the West.
Take your time. If you need to pull up some teams, man, if you need to, I want you to give us very adequate answers that you're gonna stick by, because these are gonna be clips. We're gonna run this back later in the season to see who was talking that real spill. You know what I'm saying?
Documented evidence, man.
I want to know, is Clay coming back?
Oh, Clay ready. Clay gonna be back, man.
But I don't think he come back till like Christmas though.
Yeah, but he gonna be back, man. I know Clay. I want to believe Clay gonna be ready, man.
Mm-hmm.
I say the Warriors on number 1 with Clay back.
Goodbye.
So
Goodbye.
starting off,
I'm gone.
Wow.
I gotta get up out of here, y'all. See you. I can't.
Hey, come on, though. Hey, Jordan, you got look, folks. Look. Hit me out.
Number 1?
At the 1.
Number 1.
Hit me out. You got Steph. You got Clay. You got Draymond. They giving him the go ahead bucket to shoot threes now. And you got Jordan Poole. You got motherfucker Jordan Poole, folks. Come on, G.
They ain't make the playoffs last season though, man.
That's last season. It's a whole new season. It's a whole new season.
All right. After the Warriors, who you got, man?
After the Warriors, then I got the Lakers.
That's what you doing, man. You drinking too many of these. I realize that's what you drinking. You drunk off that damn beer. For you to say that the Golden State Warriors will finish first in the West.
They finna go stupid.
Go ahead. I'm gonna mute myself and keep going, man.
They finna go stupid. Hey, watch them go stupid though.
Keep going though, man. Keep going.
All right, Lakers at 2. I definitely get Lakers at 2. Even though they got an old team, it's the fact that they got veterans on there, like veterans that they know what it's like to be in the playoffs. They know what it's like to be in crunch time situations.
Yeah,
they got a good leader. Rondo is a good leader on the team.
Good to have him back. Good to have him back.
Yeah, it's good to have Rondo back. Russ, even though Russ is his shooting selection is not that good, he know how to pass the ball. He know how to get them assists. He know how to get his team moving. He know how to keep the energy going. And that's definitely good to keep energy going on your team. You don't want the whole team drained. You feel me? You need somebody that's going to keep that energy alive. You got LeBron, take over LeBron. Definitely got AD over there. Yeah, so you got to get him second. You got to get him second at the very least at second. For the three, I'm gonna have it's between the Nuggets or Jazz. I like those teams.
Damn, no love for the Suns, who just went to the NBA championship.
Not with Aiden, folks. Folks was scary, folks. I ain't like that.
Chevy would agree with you if he was here. Chevy will have some choice words for Aiden.
You can't come to the playoffs. You can't make it to the finals and be scary, bro. Like you got to hoop. Like you getting powerhoused out there, bro. Like you getting pushed around. Nah.
He won like a 120 million contract, don't he? Too, right? I think.
He won extension. Yeah, he won big bucks.
Mike Hill just got a 90 mil too. That's major for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's major.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it to Nuggets. Nuggets and Jazz, they definitely some powerhouse teams, and they definitely play great defense too. So I got to give it to them. And then for the 4 is between.
You said they tied though. That's
4. Yeah, so that'll be your third or fourth. Nuggets, Jazz.
Oh, 34.
Okay, third or fourth. Okay. All right. So Maya, we're gonna jump straight to you real quick because we gotta stay on our strict time schedule. And again, y'all tuned in to Free Game. We talking NBA. Talk some Chicago Sky. We definitely talk Chicago Bulls. We ran through the East of what we feel gonna be big dogs, who gonna be low dogs. You know what I'm saying? Who the Rottweiler, who the Chihuahua. Now we on the West Side talking about who gonna be who, where gonna sit well. Maya gonna hit us with his top 4 in the West when it's all said and done. We head into those postseason. Who gonna sit 1, 2, 3, 4? Talk to us.
Yeah. If so number one for me, if they able to stay, if AD's able to stay healthy,
okay.
If Russell coincides with Bron and AD, we ain't got to worry about Bron. That's Mr. Longevity. Yeah, I'll have the Lakers first. If not the Lakers, it would be the Jazz because
I like that. I like that.
They're a great regular season team, man. D Mitch, D Wade 2.0. He does his thing in the regular season. But he does his thing in the postseason as well. It's just more affect his team. But we're gonna see how they do this season. I think they'll be first, if not the Lakers. So I say they tied. For third and fourth, it's not gonna be no Warriors.
Drunk off that damn beer.
hey, watch how they start hooping though, folks.
But third, I got Phoenix. But some is within me is also just saying you always that team. We seeing it right now with even in the NFL with Pat Mahomes and them making it to the finals and losing to Brady. Some teams just don't look the same after they make it to the finals and lose.
For example, the Miami Heat.
Right.
Last year.
Right. Yes. So I don't know if they might be third. We'll see. So I'm gonna say fourth. I'm gonna say fourth and fifth for Phoenix. But third, it's probably gonna be let me see. So
it's tough, man.
Warriors.
I don't think the Warriors gonna be that high though, bro. I don't. I think they might be like
they're gonna be high. They're gonna be higher than the Clippers, I bet you.
Oh yeah, I think so. But
Mavs. What about Mavs?
That's a good pick. I don't know though, man. It's probably gonna be the Nuggets, maybe.
Okay, I like that.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't got Jamal Murray too, so it's just like it's just the West is probably at its weakest point right now to me. Because it's like
I'm listening. Yeah.
So ain't no team really is better than the Lakers right now.
So can I piggyback on that real quick? Because I want you to finish, but you made a very valid point. I just don't want to miss that opportunity to jump in. The West is at its weakest, and we can see it because think about how the Phoenix Suns got to the finals. Every team they played in each round had a pivotal injury that cost the opposing team to beat the Suns in those series. You get what I'm saying? So they go up, they go first game, they beat the hell out of the Lakers. Lakers go win the next two. AD get injured and change the whole landscape of the playoffs. And then we go to the next round. Who they played? Was it the Nuggets or the Clippers? Either we go each round. It was the Nuggets, I believe. They played the Nuggets. Nuggets end up losing. Jamal Murray, who we talk about. Jamal Murray's not there. So now it's just on Joker, the last MVP of last season. He has to hold it down. And the last season, Kawhi Leonard gets hurt, and now it's just PG who got to hold it down. So I agree with you. And then we talk about the Warriors not having Clay till probably Christmas. It's just I just want to be able to piggyback off that. I think you are very accurate in saying the West at this point in time is fragile. It's a fragile conference,
Yeah, so I think because like I was saying, like ain't no team beating the Lakers right now, and it's just behind that, it's just like anything is really up for grabs. So Utah, Lakers, I'm forgetting about Portland, but it's just like it's so many things. I'm gonna stick with Denver. Exactly. So I'm gonna stick with Denver at third. MPJ just got his big contract, so I think he's gonna take another leap.
My man, you saying it? You think you taking it out of my mouth? That's what I want to say. I'm with you. Yep.
And then fourth, what did I say? I said, yeah, fourth is probably going to be because I'm looking at the conference right now. It's probably just going to be like Phoenix.
Okay. I like it. So if I was if we're talking the long game and we're talking the best teams, I will not want to see my Lakers gas out in the regular season. I'd rather let them just sit where they sit and make it happen and make a run in the postseason. So I won't have them number one. I just won't. Personally, in my opinion, if I was to have any team at number one, it would be the Utah Jazz, man. The fact that they added, Rudy Gay and Eric Pascal so they added Rudy Gay, a vet, Eric Pascal from the Warriors. Yeah, they lost Derek Favors, but that's no big deal at all. But when you got Rudy down there, the Stifle Tower, sending everything the other way, getting boards, we know who D. Mitch is. The man is a bona fide scorer. He's a dog. I could see them running it up in the West and being one. Two, I will say it's the Lakers. Only because the Clippers are hobbled, only because the Warriors are hobbled in the beginning. And I can see the Lakers and I'm not saying it's like, how do you say they coasting if they're going to finish two? I just see a disparity. I see a big gap in where number one in the West is and what number two is. So if number one in the West, they might have a 6-game advantage over number two in the West. That's just how I feel. And I feel like the 2, 3, 4 spot will interchange all season. I think it will swap out all season. So I would say Jazz 1, Lakers 2, Phoenix 3. I really think Phoenix will still come back and be third in the West. They lost Torrey Craig, but they added JaVale McGee. You know what I'm saying? If Aiden is tweaking, let's let big fella sit down for a minute. Let him get a break. Let him get a breather. Let him talk to his coach. Let Monty walk down to the end of the bench and holler at him real quick. You know what I'm saying? And let JaVale go out there and JaVale thrives when there's great point guards around him. Rondo, he got a chip with. Steph, he got a chip with. You know what I'm saying? The man plays well with great point guards around him. Last I checked, Chris Paul is going to be a first ballot Hall of Fame player. He ain't too shabby.
That's the biggest thing too, though. Is like, is Chris gonna hold up because he's getting up there in age?
That's true too. That's true too. Yeah. So I have Phoenix 3, and then my fourth team. I'm with you, Maya. I think we on the same page. I think our top 4 interchanges. Man, come on now. The Denver Nuggets, man. Regardless if they ain't got, Jamal Murray. Hey, man, Joker's a dog, man. The man can hoop. MPJ is there. And they got a flux of other great basketball players.
The most disrespected MVP in NBA history.
Ever in NBA history. I'm totally agreeing.
Hey, folks, is cold.
So that would be my top ones. And then they also added, and it sucks because I think the Nets are going to miss this guy. They added Jeff Green. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so the Nuggets got Jeff Green. I really, really feel like, those players are holding down. But, Keith, I'm not going to disregard what you say. I think Golden State Warriors will be in the mix eventually. You know what I'm saying? I think they will be in the mix. I also don't want to discredit the Los Angeles Clippers as well, because that team is a good team, regardless if I'm a Laker fan or not. The Clippers are really good when they play well and they get it together. And they got rid of that bum Patrick Beverly, who I've never liked at all. So I think that team is really, really, really going to be good as well.
Hey, where he at right now?
That man is in Minnesota, stinking it up. He out there in Minnesota bored. So again, I'm gonna go Jazz, Lakers, the Phoenix Suns, defending Western Conference champions, and the Denver Nuggets. Again, free game podcast. You're tuned in with your boys Maya, with your boys Keith, and your guy Chuck. We here, man. And before we wrap this up, man, I want to discuss, man, who's gonna be the MVP this year? Who's gonna be the rookie of the year this year, man? Who possibly gonna be the sixth man of the year this year? Who's gonna be depoy of the year? So we just gonna go around, man. It's this speed round, man. This is speed round edition of our predictions, and we're gonna be back to you because now that we're about to be in the thick of basketball season. We finna kick it off. One thing y'all don't know about us, yeah, we love football, but honestly, what brought us together was basketball. It wasn't a job that we worked at. It wasn't the neighborhood that we grew up in. It wasn't the people that we connected through. It was basketball. It was those LA Fitness runs and those Agape runs and those breakthrough runs. You know, it was those things. It was a conversation in our chats about basketball and our favorite players and who sits here and what sits there. We're gonna do a show once a week, no matter what, about basketball. That's something that I will guarantee. That's something that Maya will guarantee. That's something that Keith will guarantee. And the rest of our hosts will guarantee. We will give y'all an episode about basketball each and every week. So y'all can be in tune with us. So it's speed round time. Speed round time. Speed round time. Let's talk about it. Who is your MVP of the regular season this upcoming season? Who would it be and why? I went straight to it. I ain't say D-boy. I ain't say rookie of the year. I ain't say comeback player, most improved player. I ain't say I want to go straight to the big dog, the meat stuff. Who gonna be MVP?
We starting off strong.
Strong. We got to, man. We only got a few minutes. Our producers and our ASM, we got to wrap it up, so we got to. So.
All right, so I'm gonna start it off. MVP, I'm gonna give 3.
3. I like that. I'm with you. I like that. I like that.
I'm gonna give 3. So KD.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like KD is he's finally getting the recognition as that best player in the league. Even ESPN, he put out the power rankings for players. He's number 1. So KD for number 1, you know, showing that he's the best player. Number 2, I got Luka. I think Luka has a very good chance to be MVP. You know, in my stance, you know, I don't want people to get mad when I say this, but people making him overrated. So watch what I said. I said people are making him overrated. He's not overrated, but people are making him overrated because
I know the people you're talking about. We're gonna have him on the show soon. I know,
exactly.
I know the people you're talking about.
So it's just like it's a lot of guys putting Luka up before a lot of people who's already did what they did before Luka even did it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's neither here nor there to say. So I got Luka as number 2 for winning MVP. And then number 3, probably gonna say like D-Book, man. D-Book might have something to say about, you know, being that either D-Book or Giannis. You know, Giannis having that ultimate confidence. That's a safe pick. But if I was just to say like, let's choose someone spicy, it's D-Book, man, because I feel like D-Book coming off the finals, he's finally showing that he belongs with the stars. So I'm gonna say D-Book.
That's a tough one. That D-Book one is that is a reach of reaches. But if you get it right, man, you might be the reason why we take off and get syndicated somewhere and get signed by a big market. Because if you get that right, we can clip that and run the world with it. So Keith, if you had 3 players you would put in the MVP mix, who would it be this show?
First I got KD. Of course, you got to be KD. His takeover game is legendary. There's no answer for him. I feel like that's the MVP. An MVP is basically somebody that the league did not have an answer for the whole year, the whole season. That's what the MVP is. So definitely him. Giannis, nobody's gonna have an answer for Giannis now that he's shooting threes. It's hard for a big man. It's definitely hard for a big man to guard somebody shooting threes. You feel me? Like any big man that can shoot threes and that big man is on defense, yeah, that's a problem right there. So I definitely got them 2. And then a third of my third MVP that might be running.
Ja Morant. Nah, bro, don't say that. Don't, because you already gave that Warrior stake. And if you do that, I'm gonna put the beer down and we'll get the tequila. Because at this point, I just need to get drunk with you. Because I can't handle it tonight.
Yeah. I don't think I got a third one, folks.
Just throw Ja Morant in there, man. If you're gonna be wild, just be wild, man. Go ahead, man.
No, I throw Steph in there before I throw Ja.
Okay, no, I like that. Okay,
Steph.
Okay.
I say Steph because like he's the type of person that, like I said, he can't. There's no answer for Stephen Curry, and his takeover game, like he'll come out and score 50 if he had to just to get a win. And that's just in the regular season. He'll drop 50 just to get one win, just so he can make it to the playoffs.
A lot of people wanted to be MVP last season too.
Yeah, a lot of people were screaming, but we can't let a guy that don't make the playoffs I mean, we can't let a guy who won't make the playoffs, and we can't do it. We're not in that space. I don't think the NBA is ready for. I'm not ready for that. If that would have happened, I think I probably would have boycotted this season. But that's neither here nor there. It didn't happen. So okay, let me just jump in real quick because we're on the clock and we got a few minutes. So when I get through these next topics, we got to give a speed answer. We got to move it right along. The reason I'm not saying Kevin Durant is because you got to split time with Kyrie if he plays, and also with James Harden. And it's hard because most times when you got players that play on those teams that's kind of like got big threes, they never really win an MVP because it's just so much, it's so many, not just win shares, but player vote shares and statistic shares. So as much as I would like to put Kevin Durant and James Harden in my top 5 for MVP vote getters, I can't do it. I can't do it at all. So what I will say is I think Joel is pissed, mad, hurt, upset that Joker got it over him. Granted, it was due to games. You can't miss that many games, big fella. You can't miss that many games. If he stays healthy, I got Joker in the mix. I mean, not Joker, I'm sorry, JoJo in the mix. Antetokounmpo, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Come on, man. That's big dog. He got to be in the mix. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. And then this next one, man, as much as I don't want to say it because of how I feel he's getting too much hype too, if this man can learn how to win without doing too much, like he always feel like he got to do too much, and Dallas can finish top 4 in the West, Luka will get those votes because they already gassing him. They gaslighting him already. They thirsty for him. They waiting for him to be the great hope. They waiting for him to save the league for some odd reason when the league doesn't need saving at all. I don't get it at all. So I would just say, because I don't want to say that LeBron James. I don't want to say the ADs. I don't want to say the KDs or the James Hardens. I don't want to say the Steph Currys. I'm going to say JoJo. I have to say Giannis because he's showing he needs to be in that mix every year. I'm going to say Luka Doncic. Let's move it on real quick. Defensive player of the year, I'll go first. If Giannis does not get an opportunity to win MVP, I say they give D-Boy no Rudy Gobert this year, no Ben Simmons this year in terms of D-Boy. Give me Giannis Antetokounmpo. You two fellas, who will be your D-Boy of the year?
D-Boy of the year. Let's go. You just said his name.
Rudy Gobert?
No, let's go Ben.
Ben Simmons. Okay, because he got something to prove.
Yeah,
okay, come on, talk to me.
That's his redemption arc. You know, you watch anime, you watch the guy that fallen and lowest of the low. You know, I think this is time for Ben to just be like, okay, let me show people that I'm here. I am him and he is me. So he's trying to show people that he's still an asset. And also it'll be good for if you still want to get traded, it'll be good for a stock.
That's a good stock. Yeah, I like that. I like that take. I like that. Keys, holler at us. Who will be a D-Boy?
I'm gonna be a little different, and I'm gonna say Bam.
Shit. Okay, no, that's not different. That's good. I like that. Let's talk about Bam. Out of the bio, he is my top 3 center in the NBA.
That's all I'm saying. Like
Bam is nice. Yeah, talk about it.
He a great center. Like he definitely moves on offense for them too. Definitely get a good second chance points and stuff like that. But on defense, he locks it down. He does his things on the defense. So I like Bam. So I'm gonna put him up there. He deserved that.
Rookie of the year. We got some young blood coming in the league, man. We saw what LaMelo did. Man, the man is magical. The man is box office. The man is crazy good. We see Luka as well being a young blood in the game as well. We see Trey being a young blood in the game as well. Jason Tatum's a couple years removed from being a young game, getting into that vet status. Let's talk about these young bulls. Then we got Cade who went first. We got the Jalen Suggs. We got the Jalen Greens. We got all these players. We got the Scotty Barnes. Fellas, I'll kick it off. Man, I'm going to go with the Jalen Green. And being in Houston, where it ain't shit there, but him and Kevin Porter Jr. throwing shots up. They just gonna trade shots. They gonna trade possessions. Let Christian Wood get some every once in a while. But I see Jalen Green only because of that D-League experience that the G League. Oh, do not crucify me. The G League experience that he's already had. Him already being kind of accustomed to the NBA game. I'm going to go with Jalen Green. Fellas, who will be your picks?
Me, I feel like, and I ain't dissing your picks, I feel like Jalen Green is a safe pick. You know,
Come on, yeah. Tell me I'm playing it safe.
Yeah, that's the guy that everybody thinks is gonna be rookie of the year. Him. Yeah, just having that NBA season, experience as well in the G League is major as well. But me, I think is gonna be a transcendent player. As Scotty Barnes, man. I've been saying it. I think he's gonna be the dark horse.
And I get that nigga 58 on 2K the other night in my player. I told that nigga, man, sit down. I'll just play. Go ahead.
No, he a special player, man, all around. Like scoring, playmaking, defense is just like if he could just show out and just be like, all right, man, I really want this. Like he low key got it because it's just him, Pascal, Fred VanVleet, Kyle Lowry just left. Like if he just actually just show out, be like, look, man, let me go ahead and show out for these guys. I think Scotty has a chance to be a rookie of the year.
I like that. All right, Keith, I don't know if you in the mix, man. I know the only young bull you care about is Ja Morant. Ain't nothing but Ja. But Ja can't win too many more rookie of the years. It's like Ja can't get no more of those. So who would you go with as your young bull? And then I'll have one more question and we're gonna wrap it up.
I've been thinking between Cade Cunningham.
Okay. That's Chevy's pick. Chevy like Cade. Okay.
And hear me out. Jonathan Kuminga.
From the Warriors.
From the Warriors.
Yeah, they call that man the cum bucket, and that's probably the nastiest nickname you could have had in the world. I saw that and was like, nah, bro. That's it. I can't. I like Jonathan Kuminga. So that's Donnell, another one of our hosts. That's Don's pick as well, from what I believe. That's gonna be his rookie of the year.
But I think I'm gonna go with Cade Cunningham though, just to be on the safe side.
All right.
Go with Cade.
And again, fellas, I appreciate you guys. Every night, and our fans and listeners, tuning in. And before we let you go, man, I just want us three to talk about three players, one player apiece, who we rooting for this season. It's gonna be pretty evident who we gonna pick, man, because you know what, our fandom runs strong. We know who the top guy. We know who all three of us gonna pick. So, fellas, I'll let you two lead it off. The one player you're looking forward to, what you want from him this season, what you dreaming for your player to do when the season is over with. I want both of you to talk about it, Keith. So, what about Ja, man? What do you expect from Ja? You're rooting for him. You have a jersey. They're gonna be in the playoffs this year. They're gonna get fouled. What do you feel about Ja Morant?
He definitely going to he gonna go to the playoffs. He definitely gonna make it to the playoffs. I'm not sure. The one thing I want him to do is just improve and maybe make it to the second round at least. But making it to the playoffs is good for me. Like, what
about an all NBA team? Maybe first, second, third team. Come on now, you gotta be spicy on your picks, man.
He probably be second.
What? Second team all NBA in the league where we got guard dominant? Okay.
But you got to think about it though. He coming up. Like all he needs is a jumper. He got the defense. He got the.
How many of these you been drinking a day? just play a game. Okay, so Ja Morant.
I'll take one though. I definitely need one.
I'm gonna send you a cash app. You pick one up for the crib so y'all can get down how y'all get down, man. I got you, gang. I got you, Maya. It's no question who you gonna talk about, man. There's only one person you feel like you can speak on. So speak it, man. Talk about Twitter Fingers himself. I'm sorry. Talk about Kevin Durant himself. I apologize.
The Slim Reaper, man. Go ahead and get that chip. Go ahead and get that MVP. Go ahead and get, if possible, get the top seed in the East, even though I say y'all might get second. But I think this is time for KD to just be like, all right, let me get this. And my dream matchup.
Come on.
Lakers versus Nets. Hopefully Kyrie get his shit together, and I ain't finna go political right now. I'm just go ahead, man, and come and play, bro.
Back that thing up.
Right. So you can have Lakers and Nets, man. Stop all this Guru Kanye Irving or Kyrie West, whatever you got going on.
The Pakistani Israeli leader, right, Kyrie Irving.
Come on.
and it's just so awesome that, one thing I can say is that me and Maya, we always pretty much linked and synced up when it comes to sports and conversations that we had. So he just led the perfect segue for us to close it out. He just want that matchup. He want Nets Lakers, man. That's all Maya wants is Nets Lakers. That's all the world want. And since he's saying that, this man right here, he changed his number to 6. That man right there, he looked more fit. He didn't slim down. People still think he washed. I'm going with LeBron James, man. That's the only play I'm looking forward to this year, man. I feel like this is a revenge season, man. You got the descendants talked all that crap. How the defending champs get bounced in the first round. I'm going with LeBron James, 6 God. He's back. The man will be Finals MVP when it's all said and done. The man will meet the Brooklyn Nets in the NBA Finals. The man will finally step up, see KD in his face, and show him, until I'm gone, this is mine. Until I'm gone, I'm still big dog. I'm a rock with LeBron James 6. I'm gonna look out for my boy Juan too. So he can't be here. He a Laker fan. I'm gonna go with LeBron. Maya's going with 7 Durant. My boy Keith's going with Ja for the Memphis Grizzlies. We appreciate everybody tuning in. A free game. Check us out. Talk about a little bit of basketball. Catch us on our Instagram page. Catch us on YouTube. Any and every platform that we're on, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you want to listen to us to. Please check us out. Follow us, like, share, subscribe.
Share, subscribe, and share.
Yes, sir. We'll be back next week. We love y'all. Peace out.